Oh, now you're going to start. Of course.
Right when we start the live.
He'll start barking.
Maybe he'll have something to say about it.
Maybe. Oh, now you're going to start. Of course. There we go.
Winning Wednesday.
All right. So, welcome. If you are watching this live, comment so that we can say hello to you.
How are you today, Susan?
I'm good, Tammy. How are you?
Good. So are you cozy there in your house, or are you a little
I'm
chilled?
still a little cold.
A little cold.
I should have my scarf, my toque, and my mitts on.
Right. Yeah, dress for the holiday season, right?
Absolutely. Oh, we should have got our Santa hats out.
Oh yeah, dang.
Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow's a video.
Okay, that sounds good.
So welcome everyone that's watching us live, and if you're watching the recording, hello. Tammy and I will be doing regular YouTube lives. I'm not sure if Wednesday is going to be the day for that. Mondays we're live on Facebook right around this time. So if you want to catch us, always bringing you something in conversation, some piece of value. But yeah, we're going to be live on here more regular. So let us know your feedback if you have any questions or if you have any topics that you want us to cover. Today we're going to discuss things to think about. What when you're deciding on a biz, how do you decide? How do you make that decision on an opportunity? Is it a fit for you? Is it a good time for that? Is it a good opportunity? We're just going to discuss it because it's a question that comes to us quite often. And we're very particular when we decide. So
Yes.
great topic suggestion, Tammy. I think it's going to be great.
Yes. I'm excited about this topic because I can reflect always as to when I was like, oh my God, I was one of those people that got kind of tossed out of industry and, doing finance and marketing and helping people build credit and all that kind of stuff in 2008 when the banks, went out, and essentially everybody knows what happened there. So I was like, you know what? I want something that's going to fit really my busy lifestyle, something that I can do from the comfort of my home,
Mm-hmm.
something that I don't have to, go set up. Never wanted a brick and mortar again. I'd already been there, done that. So I thought, all these people that are making the money are really turning to the internet. They're turning to online, So just like everybody, I went through a lot of due diligence and went through a lot of stuff. And, Susan and I have talked about this before, Googling, literally 911 help make money. And that was pretty much the same thing, And so I was in Barnes and Nobles and saw an ad in the magazine and said, you know what, this is cool. If I just have to advertise a website, then I can really work this business. So I wanted something like that. I didn't want a vending business. I didn't want another restaurant. I didn't want anything like that. A lot of things like that take a lot of capital, which I didn't have at the time, So it really, I think, depends on your personality. Do you like working with people? I love working with people. I'm a people person. I get pretty bored if I'm just talking to myself all day long. So I wanted, something where I could connect with people and help them sort of in the same fashion, the same niches, helping them with mortgages and helping them save their homes foreclosure. It's very satisfying when you see other people, succeed or get happy in the sense of money. And money is a touchy subject. So I just feel like, I'm able to, talk about it with people relatively pretty easy. So that was just kind of what I was looking for, and also just going to events and educating myself. I knew that the information marketing niche, which I happened to be in, was huge. It's still huge, and it's, a $1 trillion business. And so that's where I was kind of focusing in on, and that's where it started taking off. So that's what I was looking for in an opportunity, something that, would work if I'm not here, so to speak. Like people would be reviewing and looking at our stuff, and that's what's happening right now. Literally, while we're on this video, is people are parading through our sales funnel right now. So I wanted something where I wasn't going to have to, go out there and go do belly to belly. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do belly to belly sales. So that's what I was looking for. So hopefully that kind of helps some people when they're looking online, to know that, we're not teaching that stuff.
Yeah, and something to keep in mind, and you essentially covered this, but to be really precise about it, when you're choosing an opportunity, it's really important to consider being a product of the product. Like, so when you're looking at the opportunity, are you going to use the product? Are you going to be a part of it? Are you going to gain from it and be excited about it? Because that's going to be a part of how you share the story or how you talk about it. If it's not something that you're using, for example, if you're not into fitness, to sell fitness information or fitness product might not work real well. you
That's
know
right.
Absolutely. And when I first started in this industry, I chose what I chose to work with was drop shipping wholesale products, which required a lot of ad creation, website building. I use content to get it out there, and SEO, etc. So it was all just various household products, and it was fine. I knew about it because we use stuff in the house. I loved cooking. I've always been a connoisseur, I guess, of it, or it's a craft to me. So I did choose products like that, like a lot of kitchen products, cookware, etc., because I was familiar with what would be good and what would not.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be something that you're familiar with, and the people that you'll relate to, which we call your target audience, will also want to purchase. So keep that in mind. And then as I moved into information, just like Tammy, that's when I really got excited, though, because I love learning, and I'm all about learning and expanding your knowledge, and so I get even more excited about selling information products or guiding people into mentoring and products that we know will absolutely help them. So make sure that you can be, and that you do be, a product of the product, and that you're being congruent and, I guess, authentic. So you're doing what you say that you are doing, that you are actually doing it. And that's going to be more like a fit. It's going to be congruent with who you are.
Exactly, Susan. And in the self-improvement niche, I always have loved going to events, and I've always loved, you and I went to Vegas and saw Tony Robbins, for example, and I've always loved, that kind of like, if you're down and out, and something bad's happened to you in your life, you can absolutely break through that. And so I think the reason why we are so unstoppable, being called the Unstoppable Mamas, is because we listen to and constantly improve our mindset, so, and if you haven't heard the story, like I said, I pretty much lost all of my homes, to foreclosure that we'd built up a portfolio over 15 years. All of a sudden, crash happened. So I got really depressed. I gained 100 pounds, and I wasn't able to talk about that until 4 years ago to going on now. But Susan, brought me out onto one of these hangouts and just said, tell your story. Tammy, I think people need to hear your story. And then I heard her story. And it was just so amazing how it was almost like, not parallel, but I'm saying we had a lot in common. So the common ground was, you know what? We went through it. We got through that, though. And that's now why we're helping other people. That's the reason why we met, so we can reach more people and help more people that way. So I think when you're looking at an opportunity, like Susan said, it's got to be something that you're jazzed about. We love personal development. So I've been able to lose over 100 and some pounds. I'm still on a fitness journey. I'm in my jogging outfit, and I'm feeling like the best I've felt in years because I worked on this, the 6 inches between my ears, and just listened to Susan's guidance, and then, teaching and helping other people break through is my joy. You know, it's an absolute joy to be able to hear other people succeed, and be able to do that together is even more fun.
So much. So much. That's what feeds us, actually, isn't it?
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah, it really is.
And that's the part that I was missing in the first year and a half with that wholesale drop shipping. It was just products. It was just technical work in the background, and there was not that people contact. There was no humanness really to it. It was all just very digital.
Yeah, I bet. And that's why you coined the phrase humanizing the digital realm.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because I definitely missed that. Now, it fed my need at the time because I just needed to be able to work on my laptop, mostly from bed. And it definitely did that. I remember my first check was $11 and I believe 87 cents.
And you're
Because
like, yes, I did it, right?
yeah, it's still something to celebrate. But
Sure.
Eni, we need
Absolutely.
some commissions because on your first amounts that you sell, it's 4% commission. 4. And then you go to 7 and then 11. And then when you find when you prove yourself that you can sell, and then you go to bigger wholesale company. That's what the way it was now with e-commerce has totally shifted into a whole new realm now. But yeah, then you'd have to prove to that you had a site that had a certain amount of traffic before wholesalers would drop ship to you. And then you really had to do a lot of research to see how much markup could be done on the products, etc. So it was a lot of just, numbers and images and pictures and coding and stuff. And there was no people contact. So now we're working so much directly with people and really, really changing things. But I would have not been able to do this kind of work back then, like before stem cell, because I wasn't well enough and I was in too much pain. So it was all a part of the process. And maybe that's a point that we should point out right now, to trust the process. Make sure that the opportunity that you choose has some sort of system in place, the training and the support that you need, and that it does have a systemized process. So for example, Tammy and I teach and guide people through very systematized process. In fact, the marketing of a portion of that, we literally teach it in 3 steps, a 3-step process that works, and we use it as well. So you want to make sure when you're deciding on an opportunity, of course, it should be with us, but if it's not,
I love it.
if it's not, make sure that it's a fit for you. Make sure that it's going to be, that there is a market for it. It's going to be something that people want. That's important. You don't want to sell coffee cups to people who don't want coffee cups.
Right.
And make sure that there is a system in place, not just for you to be able to share, market, and use the system, but also for the people that you bring in. If you're having to do all of the training and speaking to people and the selling, if there's no system in place, then there's no way you'll be able to scale up or get your people started.
Yeah.
So a system is absolutely essential.
It is. And so, when I actually helped my dad start his consulting business for helping businesses expand, they had to have a handbook. They had to have a system. Mm-hmm. So if you don't have a system, what we're meaning here, online system that teaches people, what you're doing. So we call it the sales funnel. So if you don't have that, like I said, we have people right now viewing our stuff. We have notifications coming in right now, like literally. So if you don't have one of those set up, it's going to be very difficult for you to go ahead and, walk your dog or whatever. You're going to be on the phone all the time. You can't do that. So in order to have a life. So that's very important. Systems, I think when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's really neat. Gosh, and now I don't have to go in telling, selling, or explaining. because I hate that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to advertise. That's all we do. Like literally, that's all we do is advertise, generate leads. And if the people are interested, then they contact us. If they're not, then guess what? There's no NFL. There's no one that says, you get no turn downs. Really, we don't get any turn downs. They just don't contact us. That's the cool part about this.
Yeah.
So I guess we don't look at it that way sometimes. But when I, used to go door to door selling stuff, I'd get doors slammed in my face. No.
Yeah.
I didn't want that when I came online. I really didn't. So I just decided that, you got to become an expert lead generator and everything else will take care of itself.
That's right. Yeah. And let people decide. Let people decide. Make the decision to either reach out to you or come. Now, how do you do that? People ask us all the time, well, how do you do that? Do things like we're doing right now, having a conversation, share value, and people will want to know more.
Yes, we get calls all the
time.
Have
a great product. Have a great product that is so attracting that people will want to know more.
Absolutely. It's right there, the product. The product is everything,
Yeah, and you don't need to make your social media a billboard or a scrolling ad space. You just don't need to do that. It's not really going to be attractive to people.
Right. That's right. That's awesome. Awesome video. I'm glad we did this.
Yeah.
Lifestyle is what it's all about. That's what people are looking for. We can work from wherever we are. We have, going into the 4th year here working where, we have, we love to show up at events. We love to, interact with people like Susan said, because it does get a little, for me, my kids are grown. So they're out of the house now. So it's just me wanting to travel. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Freedom.
Awesome.
All sorts of different pieces of freedom.
That's right. So awesome. Well, awesome video.
Yes. If you have any questions, just comment below the video or reach out to either one of us. We would love to answer them. If you want to, whether they text to 313131, text the word unstoppable. If you want to explore one of our systematized automated processes, and actually one of them is even taught in the emails. So yes. Text unstoppable to 313131, the word unstoppable.
Yes.
And you'll find out.
Really cool.
And on the other side, after you join
the other side,
we can teach you how to set that automated process up.
Yes, it'll be so cool once you guys start seeing that process. It's amazing. It changes your life. Texting is the newest, emailing is great. Yeah, we still use a lot of email marketing, but texting is really the thing.
Yep. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And done strategically, it can be really powerful.
Absolutely.
So we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, Tammy.
Thank you, Susan.